Anant's Forgefather said he had a soul of the old flame. That is, in essence, a polite way to say he is a malcontent, or at best, possessed the bedside manner of an anvil. Lamentably, this stuck with him like soot under fingernails. Anant insists this view of himself is a gross simplification. He had not the means to change his affect. If he could, he would, but he couldn't, so he wouldn't. First impressions mattered little anyway. What mattered, truly mattered, was how the lives the Alesian touched might perceive him. They were grateful and turned the songs of their dreams to Somn. For those that could not be saved, they were put to peace and embraced the timbre and tempo of the songs of her silence. Though his thoughts and artificial form were incapable of embracing the slumbered blessings of Somn, he channeled her intentions for him in meditation with a deck of cards. Anant felt a slight shame that the illuminated woodblock prints were marred with the gods of the Theoi Sidrah. But alas, the musician is not always at liberty to choose his instrument. Something about them had called out to him, something familiar, a comfort to the intangible soul. It was the favored taste of a meal he had never eaten. It was the warmth of the cargo of his arms he had not carried, could never know, for he knew only this cold, forged body, and not the passion of living flesh. The deck was knowledge of the forbidden. One knows they should cover their eyes and avert their gaze, yet one eye lingers between parted fingers. Through them, and despite them, he heard Somn's lullaby. She guided him to travel, to seek those afflicted by Sinew Ossification, that he may find a cure in her name, and her name only. He had studied those suffering the affliction in excruciating detail. The Four of Pentacles, the first stage, where stiffness invades the joints, as a miser's grip holds his purse close. The Eight of Swords, the second stage, where once flexible flesh becomes constricted bone and binds breath itself, yet leaves the mind to wander in empty halls of marrow. The Hanged Man, the final stage, where all that is left is surrender. And rather than let the afflicted suffer straw death, Anant will offer the sleep of swords. Each death would etch an indelible echo into his soul. Yet his spirit compels him to continue. The cards compel him to seek suffering. His thoughts compel him to seek answers. His body compels him to study a disease he could